Hello everybody, it's Badger Wild, and we are back with another Space Engineers ship build video where I go in here and I build a new ship and you guys get to watch and get to see how my creative mind works here a little bit and maybe inspire you guys to make your own cool and awesome ships. Today on this episode, this has been one of the biggest ships that I have attempted to build on here for you guys, and it's taken a little bit to get it done. We've had some setbacks, I know that's happened, but today we're going to be working on probably what I think will be the more interesting side of this ship, because we are building an asymmetrical refinery ship. So let's get started. Anyway, folks, doing this asymmetrical ship, it is time to figure out this launch bay. And this is the area where we're going to be doing the launch bay from. And what I kind of want to do with this is I want to build it to where we can easily hold 5 graboids on here. Originally the intention was 4, but we've got enough ports here that I could just put 5 on automatically. So that's what we're going to attempt to do here. Now you can hear these things running. That's because I previously hooked up a one up here just to see how wide I would need this to be originally. And I didn't realize I had stuff inside the graboid. So, yeah, that went over well. So it's right now is trying to run this. You'll be hearing this a whole lot on here. But what we're going to do, let's head on over here. Number 4. Let's paint that a different color. Let's go to defaults. And now, let me see, is this the middle one? Yeah, that's the middle one. So what we're going to do here is I want a area up here to walk around on. Let's do that. Let's put this walkway area up here. Okay, we've got that. And just to make things more interesting, let's add this block here, there, and there. So we've got this nice interconnected walkway system through here. Oh, that's interesting. Is that going to affect anything going on? I don't think so, but we're going to put a large block right there just in case, and that's me there. Now what's going to happen next and I'm going to have to do some interesting pipe work here, but the next thing we need is some doors. Now because of the design of this, frick, you're kidding me. You're gonna cause me problems now. Okay, here, take that. I'll go to 9. Boom. That's what we have right now. So we can walk through here. Man, that is loud. You can come into the engineering area, walk through, and go to the nearest drop point. Now, this does mean we're going to have to add a lot of piping. So we're going to add our first. Flip that around there. And add another pipe here. We're also going to add one of these gnarly conveyors, because why not? We need that for air tightness. And then number 3, we're going to add our first connector. Now all of this works pretty good. I am going to have to add something here on the front of the connector, but now this is where the fun part's going to begin. I'm going to have to turn most of this. Let me see here. And we've got that there. Okay, that'll work, that'll work, that'll work. And then we've got to build this one out. Now what's happening is I have to build these sections of the ship out so that they'll connect, and we still have the room to put each individual bay. So that's where we're kind of running into problems at. Ooh, wait a minute. That ain't gonna work. That worked over there. It ain't gonna work over here. Okay, we can do this. Do that. We'll turn that there, and we can just simply hook into the next project there. There we go. We got all those set up. From the looks of it, all we need now is just a set of conveyors, number 2 here. Just need our conveyors, and yes, I'm a little OCD about how my conveyors look. I have to look awesome. Alright, there we are. We've got that done. Now we're just going to add in our connector ports. Hopefully add in a couple others. So now we've got enough to land a graboid in there, lock it into position, and go from there. So what we need to do now is I need to hook up all the doors so I know what it is I'm looking at here. And 2. We'll do that, and yep, those refineries are nice and loud. They are working like you wouldn't believe. I wonder if I can do this. There we go. Alright, this one here I'll have to... Yeah, we're going to have to build an extra staircase section over here just to reach that one. And then we've got this one here. And there we go. A simple script, and these will work just fine. So now we have a fairly good looking, or at least a decent looking, launch bay for all the graboids, which is not bad. Not bad at all. And now I'm just going to build this section out here to give us a bit more room. And there we have it. We've got most of these bays figured out. I do want to make them a little larger than normal, so we are going to be using some shenanigans here with the blocks just to make it all work good. Here we go. Here. There. And there. 2, 3, 4. That's what we're talking about right there. This is just going to make a nice little corridor area for mining and all that good stuff. So now, over here we drop down, pressing 0. You can see how this is going to work. It's going to be a fairly compact and tight ship, despite the size of it, and we have these nice airlocks that you can activate and get into and work with. So it's going to work out just beautifully. Like I said, it's just an asymmetrical ship design. It's going to work out great. Now, for these bays, we are going to need some type of block here. Let's go ahead and just run this all the way across. Oh, no. That's not what we need. That was not what we needed. Why did you do that? You did not respond the way I hoped you would. There we go. There. Alright. There we are. So now, In building these bays that we're now trying to get going, I do want to put maybe some type of railing in between it that I can connect to something else, just to make it look more, industrial looking. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build these up using a couple of commands here. Let's lift up. A little tired, a little sleepy, but it'll all be fine when I get done with it. Alright, that's done. And I think number 8, I would like to pull out the small one. Put some girders in there. In between each of those. That'll make it look really good. Just a little darker. Just a little darker. That's all we're doing. Let's see. Let's go with 3. That makes an interesting looking bay right there that the ship won't run into too easily. And there we are. Check that out. The whole thing is coming together like it should. Now we may have to do some clever redesigning, but those are some nice looking bays. Now let's see if we can hook the graboid into them. Line this thing. And then I need to let's just back this thing all the way up here. And we'll go into vision mode. So I can see what is I'm doing. And now what happened there? Let's back her up. There we go. And number 2. You're locked in. Now, the best part of this is boom, we're right here. And all I gotta do is just press F, enter yield airlock. Airlock shuts, door opens, and we're inside the base. So it's working great, and it does seem to, it looks like a bay made specifically for the graboid. Now, the only other problem I'm running into right here is, we'll go to 3 again, because I think this is necessary. There. We'll add that tiny slip there. And we'll also go to 7, which has all kinds of nice stuff. I'm wondering, I got a double-sided railing there. Okay, let's go to 9, see what they got. Now we're not going to be able to get two small railings on each side. That's just not going to happen. But this is a pretty good idea right here. You can easily hop on that and hop right on over. So now we've got this bay done right here. Another thing that I'm realizing, since we got all this done there, we're going to need a gyroscope room for some gyros, and we are also going to need an area to work on the jump drive, and I think I've got a place to put the jump drives at. Let's hop over here. Number 5. I think we can stack the jump drives right over here, and it'll all be okay. See, just like that, just like that. Or I can put the jump drive in there like that. No, that won't work. Let's do it like this. This will be the easiest way to do it. Boom, we have a jump drive there. We don't need a bunch of jump drives. This thing can easily just jump from point A to point B, so it doesn't need a bunch of jump drives. Let's see. So we got a jump drive on here now. What else do we need? What else do we need? Well, we're eventually gonna need I would like to do a welder pit on this so that we can weld up some ships. You know, just get another graboid or two ready to go, just in case you ever need it. Be able to either weld up a ship or do some minor repairs to a ship. That would be nice. Nope. There we go. Now then, this is starting to come together now. As you can see, it's an asymmetrical ship, folks. It's not supposed to look pretty. Well, sometimes asymmetrical ships do look pretty, but this one is just, it's not getting the pretty factor going on for us right now. So we've got the docking bays done. We have the refinery section finished. I guess the only other thing I have to do now is figure out where we're going to put our gyros. We've got extra batteries in here. Another consideration here is we've got this area which is going to be depressurized half the time. So that's going to create a few problems. I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to just add gyros in this area. Because why not? Another thing I've got to think about. I like putting gyros into here, you know, somewhere over here. But we don't have any room in here whatsoever. We do have this fully charged battery going on right here to run the batteries off of. So just a quick run through this entire system here. So I'm thinking this area needs to be a double stacked area. And I believe with some proper work, I could probably commandeer this area and make a pretty interesting bridge. And now this is going to require, the bridge is going to require some work. But I think the most basic thing I can do, and I'm going to put a large ion thruster right here on this. And then, or I may not put it right there. I may put it over here. Because I do want a connector system I can connect up to another ship. And then all the people on the ship can then move off. Or I may just put it in the front of the ship. Just run one long hose through. So we can hook up the locking mechanism in the front, and then people can just walk right off the ship. But right now, let's go number 9. And yeah, if y'all think I am sleepy, I am. I have not been sleeping good the last couple nights. A little delirious with... just delirious half the time. Okay, so one of the things we can't allow is for people to see that section of the ship and for people to understand where this is. So the plan here is to open this up enough to where when I do cover the top of this, someone can just hop out on here and then come over here and just do some welding or crap like that. We may store some gyros in here to move the ship and everything, but that'll be for just that. Now, the other plan here is to set up a living quarters here. And that's going to be interesting because we're going to have a living quarters down here. And hopefully I can set something up to where I can put living quarter or basic utilities up top. So down here we'll have our living quarters. And then if I can, I will set a secondary area above that players can have like their eatery and stuff like that. And that'll be kind of glass domed, in my opinion. I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to put a glass dome up there where players won't have to worry about doing a whole lot of stuff. And then, well, they won't have to worry about a whole lot of anything, really. And then I need to figure out how I'm going to install certain things in here. And I may just knock these holes in the floors out entirely. But that'll give this ship something to work with. So, let me see here. Well, let's look at. Let me see here. Let me look here. No, let's go number 4. Okay, yes, this is our beds. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5 beds. So this is just the living quarters area down here. I don't know about all that. Let's try a bathroom while we're at it, because we need that. We need a bathroom. It's not a ship without a bathroom. Booyah, there we go. And then I can cover this, and then I can just figure out what I'm going to do at the top here, which is probably going to involve some weird things to be done. Let's go to 7, because I got an idea here. Let's go to the lockers. Alright, so we've got a series of lockers here for all players who are coming in here. Booyah! Check that out. Alright, just a nice little set of lockers I want to mess around with. Like I said, I am tired, folks. It has been difficult. So we got that floor done. And I think I am probably going to call it quits for the night. I'm really tired. But I think this part of the build is going to be quits. It's 23 minutes. I don't want it going over 30 minutes, because I think that's just too much time to put on something. And like I said, you can see right here how we're just expanding this thing and getting it bigger. And it's going to turn into a fairly large ship when it's done. So we have the Obsidian Bounty, which is just a ridiculously high tier ship designed for one thing and one thing only, to refine materials and bring them back to wherever you want them to go. So should be the last 2 things I got to do. I got to put a what do I got to put on here? I have got to put on I got to put on a, let's get a nice shot here for that. There we go. I have got to put on a place for gyroscopes, which will have to be done. And then I also need, what else do we need? We're going to have to install some solar panels on top of the Obsidian Bounty, just so that we can have the ability to run solar whenever we want to. I also need to add lights into that bottom locker area, kind of shore that up a little bit, and then, or living quarter area, and then up top is where we're going to install the rest of the ship. I will probably add just a whole nother block right there, a layer, just entire block layer, so that people can still get in and out. They don't have to worry about anything else, but all I have to do is put a staircase there lifting up into the next room. I may take those other, let me take 3 of those lockers out, put a round table in, and add a kitchen somewhere. And that would work out much better, because then players would have a nice little cramped kitchen area that they could work with and cook all their food and everything will be alright. But yeah, so far so good. We've got the Obsidian Bounty, we've got ships able to dock with it, and the docking bays look great. Like I said, y'all know how I do these builds. I don't like to color my builds until I get them built, and once they're done, hey, then we got something nice, and then I can color it into looking better colored. But anyway, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, watching all this. Hope you enjoyed watching me sit here and work on the Obsidian Bounty. Got a lot more done. The Obsidian Bounty is almost twice as, it's about half as much bigger now as it was before. This is just the last little throws of everything that we're going to do with it to get it done. It's mostly just getting as much decoration as possible, and then it's just a lot of docking the entire ship and making it look good. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, thank you for watching. This is Badger Wild saying good night. Thank you guys. Stay safe, stay frosty. Really glad you guys have been on the channel and sticking with it, and just supporting me. It keeps me making these videos, and I love y'all for it. And as usual, I am Badger Wild, signing out.